Hello students, welcome back to another session of Object-Oriented Programming Java, ITAC 201. In this video, we are going to discuss about input-output operations on console. So the objective is understand user inputs and how to use a scanner to collect input from the console. So how to use scanner tokens and delimiters. So how we are going to get the input? So need of the user input. So without input we are not going to process anything. So it is mandated to get the input from the user. So there are ways to get the input, for example manually assigning the values. So for example you are declaring string input equals to, we are declaring the string input. So directly we are assigned the value. So this is one way. The other way is we can also use constructor to get the input. So through the constructor we can also pass the input. Through method argument we can use to pass the values. So the other thing is we can use console to get the inputs. Okay. So getting user input is important to process anything. Okay. So understand, user input is important. So type of user input, for example, shown here. For example, processing button, game controller, entering the address for on GPS, entering number function in the calculators, telling our people name. Okay, so there are many things where we are going to give the inputs. Okay, but without user input, when will the game makes your character jump? Okay, you want to jump to another, you need some input. Okay, where you are going to get the GPU guidance. So where you are locating, without your location there is no guidance. Okay, what number you want to calculate. So without any number there is no calculations. Okay, what will the people call you? So without your name there is no way to call you. Okay, so it's an input. So input is needed. Okay, always remember. So how we are going to get the input? Okay, there are many ways, as I already informed. So using button, so it is a visual environment in the graphical user. We can able to get by pressing the button, we can able to call. Using the wheels and dials, using the voice recognition, using text boxes, using property files. There are ways, but in Java how we are going to use in this course? Okay, using scanner. And in Java there are other way to get, for example using swing J option pan. Using option pan we can able to get the input, or using FX. This is a successor of swing. Okay, so if swing is a predecessor, Java FX is a successor. So using FX also we can able to get. This is a graphical user environment, and we are going to moreover use our program in the console part. So in the console, using the scanner we are going to get the input. So scanner is actually our class, one of the class. Okay, so using this class we are going to collect the input. So it's a object which open the stream to collect the input. So in this we are going to pass system.in, which reads the input from the console. So so scanner will have a constructor where we are going to give the stream as a system.in. So in this class we have several methods we will discuss in the next slide. Before that I will show how to create an object. For example, scanner, one object, we are going to use a new operator with the scanner, and we will pass a constructor argument as system.in, which gets a user input stream, and finally we are going to close the stream, the scanner. Okay, so in this way we are going to get the input. So if you are going to get the input, so our value will be obtained from the console part in the output window. So in the output window where we are going to give the input, and it will be asked to enter, and that will be processed by the system. Okay, the scanner searches the tokens. So there are separated by delimiters. Okay, delimiter token can be given. So by delimiter default is a space. One space is given. This is one token. Space, another token. Space, another token. So space by default is one delimiter. So if space is given, it will be considered as one separate input, the other is another separate input. If you want to give same one line of input, we have to consider using next line. There is a method to say next line, so the full line will be obtained. Otherwise, it will be considered as a one input as separate. So coming to the scanner class methods, there are method given for different data types. Okay, for example, to get the input integer input, we have next int. To get the double input, we have next double. To get the string tokens, we have next method. Okay, so in the main method we have given example here. To get the integer, we used to create a scanner object sc equals to new scanner of system.in. So we create an object here for the scanner, and using the scanner class object, we can able to call the method next integer. So this can be able to get the integer input, where we can declare the data type or the field name with integer. Okay, so the same way we are getting the double value here, and we used to assign in the double field. So data type is double, field name is y. Okay, in y we are assigning the value of the double, which will be obtained in the console. In the same way we are going to get the scanner object sc. Next we are calling, so it will get the string tokens that is assigned in the string object is there. Okay, finally we are closing the object. So this is one example. I will show separate video for working with the example. Anyhow, just we can discuss here. So we have class here, class with the scanner example 1, and we have main method here. In the main method, don't worry about this package and all. You can change to anything, and the import statement automatically comes. I will show you in the program. So import, the scanner is from the util, so it is need to be imported. It's mandatory. So while writing the program in NetBeans, we can easily click and import the statement. So need not to type this one. Okay, that's why I'm not clearly explained this one. Okay, no worries. So scanner, one object is we are creating new scanner of system.in. So this is to create an object for scanner, and now we are asking for enter your name, just for printing in the console. After that, we are going to get the name object, that is from the next method. String tokens we are going to get from the next method. So scanner object dot next, this will return the string object, so we are assigning in the string name. So string name will get the typed name in the console, and after that we are just printing the name here. So in this program what we are doing is we initialize the scanner, and we are used to get the name, and we used to get the we used to call the next method and assign the value in the name. Finally we are printing the name. This is our exercise here, and we can see the next exercise in which we are going to get the two number to calculate. Okay, summation of two numbers, and we are going to display the values. So as like previous, we are creating here, this is example scanner example 2. We have main method inside, and we have scanner object here, and we used to access we used to ask them to enter the first number, where we are going to call our object sc dot next integer. So it is an integer number where we are going to get from the console, that is assigned in the integer variable a. And the similar way we are going to get the second number, and the same way we are going to use the sc object sc dot integer, and where we are going to assign another variable called integer b. And now we received a and b value, so that we can go for calculations. So we say integer c is the variable equals a plus b. So now we are making a summation here in this, and that is assigned in the c variable. Once you are going to print the c variable, we can able to get the summation. So we finally come to this, your result is c. So c will print the total value based on the first value and second value. It will make a summation and print the c value. So this is an exercise, second exercise. And especially here, you could have focused here, you could have observed this, there is a print statement. I have used here print line statement. So what is the print mean? It will print in the same line. There is a print line mean it will print in the next line. That is what the clarity we are going to give here. So the difference between the print and the print line statement. So first of all, print statement. So for example, we are printing two print line statement, Java and course. So we use the print line as for both. Okay, for each statement. So what will happen? Each will be printed in separate lines. And if you are going to say print statement for both, it will be printed in the same line. So print line, no ln here. What will happen? Java and course will be printed in the same line. Okay, it's moreover will be useful for when you are going to get the input in the same line. So this is all about the theory part of I/O consoles. I will show you a separate video for working with the I/O operations. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video.